Yeah, you play.
Before I started playing electric guitar, people just titled my music as folk music, which I thought was bizarre. But now that I don't play as much acoustic, people say it's indie.
I used to have long hair.
I wanted to learn about the independent music scene and the communities where the genre comes from. So I partnered with my friends over at Indie Alaska to show me one Alaskan artist's story. Quin Christopherson is a young musician born and raised in the last frontier. After making independent music in Anchorage for years, he rose to relative stardom in 2019 when he won the NPR Tiny Desk Concert Contest.
So Quin, if I wanted to make an indie song, what exactly would I do? What steps would I take to make a complete indie song?
If you wanted to make an indie song, I would tell you to pick someone you love and that you want to write about and write a song about them. Or a poem. Start there.
So question for you, Quin. Do you think we should collaborate on a song together?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get it. Let's do it.
I have a feeling that, you're just going to bring something special to the table.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna try my darndest to bring something special to the indie table.
That is indie, right?
While we work on that song together, let's learn more about the indie music scene. Before indie described a band's sound, independent music was just that, independent. Taking a page from punk rockers before them in the 70s, indie bands followed the do-it-yourself ethos of self-reliance and operating outside the mainstream music culture. Since indie describes a band's outlook more than their musical style, independent musicians can range from the electronic soul style of Frank Ocean to the lyrical and melancholy sounds of the Smiths.
To die by your side is such a heavenly way to die.
And like most genres, sound and style is greatly influenced by location. To learn more about the history of the music scene in Alaska, we spoke with Kurt Riemann, the owner of Surreal Studios, the oldest recording studio in Anchorage.
Every piece of music in Alaska is independent music. There's no label supporting anything in Alaska. So the people that stay here are people that are very fiercely, independently Alaskanites who take whatever it is they're working on, whether it's folk or punk or rock or electronic or whatever, and put their own independent spin on it. In another 50 to 100 years, it's going to be seen as the folk music of the time.
Quin acknowledges that his sudden rise to fame might be considered an anomaly in the independent music industry.
I kind of skipped a lot of steps. Person wins this contest and then they're in this world all of a sudden, which is, I think, unique. Other indie musicians, they make a record, do it themselves, upload it, and then maybe a record label gets a hold of it and is like, oh, we'll like this, we'll release this, and then they kind of get their start from that.
He needs to run.
Before, I was working a full-time job, and my music was solely kind of this therapy thing, and my songs are kind of crushing in that way. And I think now that I've been able to give my full self and my work hours to my music, I've been able to experience it and use it in all sorts of different emotions and I didn't before. So I think it's definitely changed.
All the things you've done for me, I hope I can do some for you.
Songs with dark, somber lyrics are common all over mainstream music right now. Just look at the popularity of musicians like Lana Del Rey and Post Malone. And recently, when Billie Eilish made history at the 2020 Grammys by collecting 6 of the 7 top awards with her album that she recorded in her brother's bedroom in their family home. Clearly, people are drawn to this style. In the indie music scene, a DIY style of recording music is common. Quin told us he once recorded a song by putting a sock over a microphone. Indie music also tends to be more sonically adventurous or experimental. Some independent bands like Neutral Milk Hotel sound purposefully raw with pitchy vocals and overmodulated instrumental sections.
Hey Quin, tell me about your time when you entered the Tiny Desk competition and you won. What was that like?
Best thing that's ever happened to me for sure. It was like seriously amazing. We entered last year, and I say we because it's like a community affair, like making a video and putting it together and putting it out. I'm tired of people trying to erase me. It was just crazy.
I'm just gonna tune up this guitar. I'm looking at you, Bob, because I don't know if you know this, but when you called me and you told me you won, I got off the phone and I thought, dang, I should buy a guitar. Legit, did not have one. But that's Anchorage. That's the music community there. Everyone just borrowed me their stuff long term.
It was unreal.
Everybody hot has to hit Tiny Desk now.
Oh my God.
And Tiny Desk is like the stage. So Quin, what inspires the themes that you put into your music?
Life experiences. I feel like I'm a storyteller.
Storytelling.
Yeah, I do like telling stories and pulling from like people I love and people I know and that sort of thing.
So Quin, should we check out this song? Should we see how it's going?
Hey, let's listen to this song.
But I didn't have a mic. I didn't have an overhead. So it's going to be like a real washy, like a weirdly mic'd indie kind of thing.
Okay, that's perfect.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, that's way more vibrant already.
I played with the bass though.
Driving through Spinar to the bowling alley. You got me my own ball, matching shoes. As a real bad sport, I never like to lose. He kept showing up, teaching me the rules. Oh, my dad, yeah, he plays guitar. Says he knows more than he can do. He tells me that I do more than I know. You tell me don't be stupid.
What's up?
Look me in the eye. My dad's always been a real smart guy.
I'm telling you, when I recorded the vocals, I recorded them in my backyard. That's why all the birds and everything.
Yeah, you saw.
I got weird on it.
Real? That
Yes.
That was like little. Oh,
No, I'm telling you, and you hear in the beginning of the song, Kalia.
Yeah.
That's my neighbor's kids. I think they're just like playing and
See, that's really the essence, the organic essence.
yeah. So the fact that you did that on your end too is hilarious.
Do you think living in Alaska influences your music at all?
Yeah, I think the weather influences me in general. This is like so freaking dark for like 8 months, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that affects my writing for sure.
Despite indie music's current dark streak, many artists these days are open about their own mental health and shed light on things like depression and anxiety.
I've been therapized at a few shows. When I wrote those songs, I was playing for nobody. That was true therapy. Now pouring my heart out in front of like strangers and them just really willing to take me in is so crazy. I never thought that would happen in a million years. So it's like, I'm really grateful for that.
And my grandma was a saint. She ain't ever been a quitter.
Quin is currently working on his first full-length album.
Boy, I'm surely gonna miss her. My grandma was a saint. She ain't ever been a quitter. Never nothing to complain. Boy, I'm surely gonna miss her. I watched her smile. I heard her last breath. And people loved her story. And people loved her laugh. She told me it would be alright. Stay busy and don't do what they say. Work hard and don't drink liquor, or you'll waste away. For a long while, I make no mistake.